Now we will do the different types of quadrilaterals. Now you can see in this flow chart over here that the quadrilateral is broadly classified into the parallelograms, trapeziums, and the third is kite. Further, you can see that parallelogram has been classified into rectangles and rhombus, and the properties of this arrow you can see from both sides is coming into this square. That means the properties of rectangle and properties of rhombus are combined together, right, to give you the square. Now we will be discussing each in detail. Now let us do the trapezium first. In trapezium, we can see both the shapes are showing us trapezium. In trapezium, what is the property? A trapezium is a quadrilateral, that means it has four sides which has at least one pair of parallel sides. That means one pair means two parallel sides. Obviously, they will be parallel to each other only if they are opposite. Understood? So, I have these two as the parallel sides in this one and these two as the parallel sides in this one. So, we can say that in both the quadrilaterals we have one pair of parallel sides. Now, the other pair is a non-parallel side in both the case, right? So, a trapezium is any quadrilateral which has at least one pair of opposite sides parallel and the other two sides are non-parallel. Now this is known as a trapezium, but why is it called trapezoid or isosceles trapezoid? Now see, a simple trapezium can be called a trapezoid, that is it has one pair of sides parallel to each other and the two other sides are non-parallel. But what is an isosceles trapezoid? Isosceles trapezoid is if the sides that are not parallel are equal in length and both angles coming from a parallel side are equal. Now you can see in this figure clearly that the non-parallel sides, this side and this side, these are the two non-parallel sides for this trapezium. For both the non-parallel sides, these two sides are given equal in length. Say this is 5 and this is 5. Both are 5 centimeters each and the angle made by the equal non-parallel sides. This is the angle made by non-parallel side. Also, this is the angle made by non-parallel side. Both the angles are equal. So, if in a trapezium, one pair of sides are parallel, two non-parallel sides are equal to each other and the angles made by them are also equal, then such a trapezoid or such a trapezium is called an isosceles trapezoid. Isosceles, by isosceles word we means two sides, that means quantity 2. Isosceles is used for quantity 2. So we say that two sides of two angles of a trapezium are equal in isosceles trapezoid and two sides are also equal, two non-parallel sides are equal to each other in an isosceles trapezoid. Now the next is the kite. The kite is a quadrilateral whose four sides can be grouped into two pairs of equal length sides that are adjacent to each other. Now you can see over here a quadrilateral, a four-sided quadrilateral, but over here the adjacent side, this side is adjacent to this side. The adjacent sides, there are two pair of adjacent sides equal to each other. Now you can see these two are adjacent sides and they are equal to each other also, as well as the other two sides, this one and this one, both are equal to each other. Since it has one pair of equal sides and adjacent sides and this forms the other pair of equal and adjacent sides. So these two are forming two pairs of equal and adjacent sides. So one property is done. Now let us discuss the properties in detail, that is it has two pair of adjacent sides equal in length. Now if this is equal to this one and this is equal to this one, that forms the equal sides, right? The next is one pair of opposite angles, that is the ones that are between the sides of unequal length. Now you can see this kite is making four angles. Which are the four angles? This is the one angle, this is the second angle, this is the third angle, and this forms the fourth angle. Now the angle between the non-equal sides. Now you can check, let us draw it over here again, and we can check which are the angles that will be equal to each other. Now as I have made the figure also, we can name it as A, B, C and D. Now in this figure we know that AB is equal to BC and AD is equal to CD. Now over here I am saying it has four angles, angle B, angle A, angle D and angle C. These are the four angles of this quadrilateral called kite. Now what is the property? The property says that the angles that are present in the between of non-equal sides. Now you can see this angle B is present in between the two equal sides, as well as angle D is present between the two equal sides. But what about angle A and angle C? These are present in between the two non-equal sides. See, BC is not equal to CD. Similarly, AB is not equal to AD. That means the angles present between non-equal sides are angle A and angle C. So the next property is the same, that says one pair of opposite angles, that is the angles that are present in between non-equal sides. I am talking about these two angles only. The sum of these two angles will be equal, right? That means this angle will be equal to the measure of the other angle. The next property says that one diagonal bisects the other. Now what do you mean by the word bisect? Bisect is made up of two words. Now you can see bisect. Bisect is made up of two words, bi and sect. Bi means two and sect means sections. That means the diagonals are going to divide each other into two equal sections. This is what I mean. If I draw the diagonals over here, AC is one diagonal and BD is going to be the other diagonal. I am saying that the both diagonals are going to divide each other into two equal parts. That's what I meant. Understood? Now we can see clearly that it is going to have two diagonals only, reason being it is a quadrilateral. So its diagonals are, that is the two diagonals or its diagonals are going to intersect or bisect each other at 90 degrees. Why 90 degrees? Because here we have mentioned it as right angles. That means the point where they are going to intersect each other, it is going to form a 90 degrees angle always. Here also it will be 90. All the four angles that it is going to form will be equal to 90 degrees. That means we can say that the diagonals are making 90 degrees with each other. These are the properties of kite, right? We have done the trapezium, we have done the kite. Now next would be the parallelogram. Now parallelogram is a quadrilateral with opposite sides parallel. Now we can see it also has four sides. Now this has four sides, but the condition is the opposite sides, that is this one side is opposite to this side. The opposite sides are parallel to each other. You can see the other two sides also. These two sides are coming parallel to each other. Now if you start doing the properties, the first property says two sets of parallel sides. One set is this and this, the other one will be that and this one. The next is two sets of equal sides. Similarly, those sides that were parallel to each other will be also equal to each other. That means if I name this figure like this, that is if I start naming as ABCD, like as we have been doing, I name this as A, B and CD quadrilateral. What will I get as per the properties? I will get that AB will be parallel to BC or it would be DC, reason being the AB and DC are parallel to each other. So we can say that the opposite sides are parallel to each other, as well as the second property says that opposite sides are equal to each other also. Similarly, for the other pair, AD is parallel to BC and AD will be equal to BC also, right? That makes the first two properties. Now the next property is that opposite angles are equal. Now what do you mean by opposite angles? That means over here you can see that this angle is opposite to the other angle. So we are saying that opposite angles of a quadrilateral. How many opposite angles can be possible in a quadrilateral? Obviously there are only 4 angles possible total. Out of 4, 2 will be opposite to each other, right? That makes B will be equal to B and A will be equal to A. Now adjacent angles are supplementary. Now what do you mean by the term supplementary? By supplementary we mean to say that let us write any two side adjacent angles. Let's say I am taking angle C and angle B. Now these are two adjacent angles, just B is the neighbor of C and C is the neighbor of B. So B and C are adjacent angles. I am writing B and C to be the neighbors, or you can use the technical term called the adjacent angles, right? Now what do you mean by adjacent angles are supplementary? That means that angle B plus angle C would be equal to 180 degrees. That means the two angles that are adjacent to each other will add up to give you 180 degrees. Now how is that possible? You can check, as we have discussed the property, this line DC is going to be parallel with the line AB. If two lines are parallel, right, and I have been given one transversal. Let's say these are the two parallel lines and this is the transversal provided. I have taken the transversal. This and this, both these angles 1 and 2 are making the co-interior angles, right? So we will name it as the co-interior angles, and we have studied that the property of co-interior angles is that they add up to 180 degrees. Therefore, we say that adjacent angles are always supplementary. That can be true for C plus D also. D plus A will also be 180. A plus B also will be 180 degrees because they are forming adjacent pairs. Now next property is diagonals bisect each other. Now you can see there will be two diagonals possible in this, right? Because it is a quadrilateral, we have already taken out the number of diagonals, that will be 2. So the two diagonals that are possible in each case will be bisecting each other. That means if this is point O at which they are intersecting, AO will be equal to OC and OD will be equal to OB. Understood? The last one says that diagonals form two congruent triangles. If I have taken this parallelogram and I am making a diagonal. Now this diagonal is dividing the quadrilateral into two congruent triangles. Now what do you mean by congruent triangles? Is that triangle ADB is congruent to triangle ABC. If I remove this diagonal and I make the other diagonal, then also the quadrilateral is divided into two congruent triangles. That would be triangle ADC congruent to triangle DBC. Now you can see here, being congruent, the congruent triangles refers to the triangles having similar properties. Now over here both the triangles will have the similar properties. Hence we can say that these are the properties of a parallelogram. These will be true for whatever parallelograms comes